Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with my NFL picks for week 2. Before I continue, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate if you do that. We already try and go to the channel, so go ahead and do that. I know this is going to be out a little bit late. I am filming it before the Thursday night game kicks off. It's about 7:40 right now. And I did put in my pick already for the Thursday night game, as you can see right here. I did pick the Chiefs because I didn't know exactly when I was going to film this video today. I meant to film it on Wednesday, but I had a very long day at work and I was very wiped out. So I decided to just my body was telling me basically go sleep, so that's what I did, and that's why you're getting this a little bit late. But I already did put my pick in for the Chiefs. I'll get into that in a second. So just reviewing last week, 10-5. We did have the one tie between the Colts and Texans. But overall, pretty good week. Let's get into week 2. As I said, Thursday night game is Chargers Chiefs. I think it could be a bit of a shootout. I'm picking the Chiefs though. It's in Arrowhead. I'm gonna go 35-28 Chiefs. Next game, Jets Browns. The Browns that went into Carolina survived. And by the way, a lot of great games in Week 1. For the most part, I thought I saw a lot of good things from a lot of teams. A few bad teams, and I'll let you know what teams really disappointed me. The Jets looked like one of the worst teams in the NFL. I'm gonna pick the Browns. It's in the dog pound. I'll go ahead and take the Browns in this one. I'll go 27. I'll go 27-13 Browns. I'll take it by 2 touchdowns. Next game, Commanders versus Lions. I thought the Lions' offense was pretty good. Defensively, they do have some issues, but I do think that could get better throughout the season. You look at the Commanders. They found a way to beat the Jaguars. Give them credit. I picked them to lose last week, the Commanders, in an upset, but it didn't pan out that way. Dotson, that rookie wide receiver they got from Penn State. His first name is escaping my mind, but Dotson. They found something there. He had a great opening game. I am going to give this one Detroit though. I think Detroit bounces back. I think the Lions are better than what they were last year. I think they proved it in that game against the Eagles, and I think the Lions win this one. I'm going to go. I think it's going to be a bit of a wild game. I'll go 26-24 Lions. Next game, Buccaneers versus Saints. I will be keeping definitely an eye on this one. My team doesn't play to Monday night, but I'm gonna go ahead. The Saints barely survived the Falcons. The Bucks defensively looked really good against the Cowboys team that was a no-show, and we'll get into the Cowboys here in a second. It's in New Orleans though. I'm going to take the Saints. To me, this is a 50-50 game with it being in the Superdome. I'll take the Saints. I have this game. I'll give you the score I'll put down is I'll go 23-20 Saints. Probably a late field goal wins the game, but I think the Saints, with it being at home, will find a way to win this one. Next game, Panthers versus Giants. I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants. I know the Panthers showed a lot in week 1. I do think they are a little bit better than what I thought they were going to be. They still have some issues defensively, though. I think it's blatantly obvious. The Giants got, in my opinion, a gift last week. I'm a Tennessee Titans fan, and I'm just going to come out and say it. The Titans gave that game to the Giants. I thought the Titans played horrible in the second half, but give the Giants credit. They got a big win on the road. And I think they start the season 2-0. I'm going to give this one to the Giants. It's in New York. It's in MetLife. I'll go 27-21 Giants. I think I don't know if they're the better team between the Panthers and Giants. I don't know if the Giants are the better team per se, but with it being at home, go ahead and give me the Giants. Next game, Patriots versus Steelers. I'm going to give this one to the Steelers. I'm just going to be honest. I'm taking Mitchell Trubisky over Mac Jones right now. That's the main reason why. Mike Tomlin, what did I say during the preseason? I said the freest money ever was the Pittsburgh Steelers win total being 6.5. I said take the over. It's the freest money ever. And they proved that last week with a big time win coming through some big time plays, the block field goal to get to overtime, uh, winning on the road in Cincinnati, creating all those turnovers. I think it's a rock fight again. I'll take the Steelers though. I'll go 19. to 14 Steelers. I think they start the season 2-0. Never bet against Mike Tomlin. Next game, Colts versus Jaguars. I'm gonna give this one to the Colts. It would not surprise me if Jacksonville wins this game. The Colts always seem to have trouble going down into Jacksonville. It's kind of been a thing. Colts fans will tell you that. Um, but I think they find a way to beat Jacksonville. They are the better team. The Indianapolis Colts are the all around. I'll go ahead and take the Colts 24-20 in this one. Next game, Dolphins versus Ravens. I'll take the Ravens in this one. They are the better team. The Dolphins did have a nice win over the Patriots in Week 1. The Ravens, I think, overall are just the better team. And I think they at worst find a way to win this one. I'll take the Ravens. I'll go 25. A bit of a weird game, I think. 25-17 Ravens. 8-point win there. Falcons, Rams. Give me the Rams. I think they bounce back. I know Week 1 was very disappointing. They do have some issues. I think the Rams overall, if you look at their how the team plays, but I think they find a way to beat the Falcons in a close one. Falcons looked a lot. I was kind of telling people this. Don't be surprised if the Falcons win a game or two. They're not supposed to win. I thought they proved that in Week 1. They almost won that game against the Saints. So I'll go ahead. I'll take the Rams, though. As I said, I'll go 28-20 Rams. But it would not surprise me if it's a little bit closer than that. Next game, Seahawks versus 49ers. I think the 49ers bounce back. I don't know what that was in Week 1. I'm going to give the Niners a bit of a pass, though, because of the rain and the weather situation in Chicago. The Seahawks, Geno Smith played the best game in his career, in my opinion. And listen, if that continues, Seahawks can win some games if that continues. But I'm going to say the Niners bounce back. I actually think they kind of bounce back in a big way. I'll go ahead and take the Niners in this one. I'll go 30-14 Niners. I think they bounce back in a big way there. Next game, Bengals, Cowboys. Give me the Bengals. Cowboys, Dak Prescott. I think he's going to be out at least 4 weeks. You're hearing 6 to 8 weeks. You're hearing, though, as low as 4 weeks. Bengals overall are just the better team. They should have won last week if that extra point didn't get blocked. I think they don't have as many turnovers. I think the Cowboys, in my opinion, I just think they're going to struggle in this one without Dak Prescott. I think they're running out. God, what's the quarterback's name? Cooper Rush. They're running out Cooper Rush. If I'm the Cowboys, I will call the Saints about Andy Dalton only because of the familiarity. I will also maybe look at Jimmy Garoppolo as well to keep the ship flowing in case it is 8 weeks with Dak Prescott being out. But I think the Bengals win this one, and I actually think they kind of win in a big way. I'm going to go 38-24 Bengals. I think it might turn into a little bit of a shootout, but at the end, Bengals pull away, get a 14-point win. Next game, Texans versus Broncos. I'm going to pick the Broncos. I think they bounced back after a very disappointing loss in Week 1. But I think the Texans played them tough. Texans look like the best team in the AFC South, in my opinion. That's just my honest opinion. But I think the Broncos are just the more complete team. I'll go with the Denver Broncos to win this one. I'll go 23-17 Broncos. I think this game is going to be a little bit closer than some people think. Cardinals, Raiders. I'll take the Raiders in this one. The Raiders lost in a shootout against the Chargers. Cardinals looked very disappointing in Week 1, in my opinion, especially defensively. I know they were going up against the Chiefs, but, I mean, they had no answers for Patrick Mahomes at all or the Chiefs' offense. That game was 37-7 at one point. They got blown out in Week 1 against the Chiefs. I think it's a shootout. I think it's closer than 44-21, but I'll go ahead and take the Raiders in this one. I think the Raiders are going to pay up 40-plus points. I'll go 41-31 Raiders in this one, a 10-point win. Next game on Sunday Night Football, Bears, Packers. All of a sudden, this game's pretty interesting. Bears surprised everybody and beat the Niners 19-10. I thought some of that had to do with the weather. Give the Bears credit, though, for finding a way to win a game there in Week 1. Packers, very disappointing against the Vikings. I said the Vikings will win that game, and they did. But not in the fashion I thought the Vikings would win. I thought they would just win a close game. Vikings looked like the better team in every department. Packers, I think, really have I think they really have some concerns there with the Packers. I'm going to pick the Packers. I think they bounce back, but I think it's going to be a very close game. It would not surprise me if the Bears win this one. I think it's also kind of low scoring as well. I'll go 17-14 Packers. There are two games on Monday Night Football. I do not know why. We'll kick it off with the first one, Tennessee Titans versus Buffalo Bills. Give me the Bills. I'm a Titans fan. We're gonna go. We're gonna start the season 0-2. Bills are just a much better team. It would not surprise me if this thing actually gets a bit ugly. If you want my honest opinion, I thought defensively the Titans were absolute garbage in the second half. Offensively, I mean, I'm taking Josh Allen by so many country miles over Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill, it's over. It just is. Um, and once the coaching staff feels like Malik Willis is capable of playing in the NFL and starting games in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill will be out of Nashville very quickly. I like the Bills to win this game. I'll go. I'll take the Bills. I have the score 34-17 Bills. I think this thing could get a little bit ugly. And then Vikings Eagles here. I'm going to take the Eagles. To me, both of these teams, I think, look very impressive. I think the Vikings might have a little bit of a better defense, but with the game in Philadelphia, I'll go ahead and take the Eagles in a close one. I'll go 28-24 Eagles. So those are my picks for week 2. 28 plus 24 is 52. So that's how many points I think will be scored there in that one. So yeah, those are my picks for week 2. Comment down below, tell me your picks. I always like hearing from you all. Thanks for watching the video. Hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to your channel. Greatly appreciate if you do that. And this is McD the Beast signing off.